Alrighty, hello everyone. Gonna be starting out tonight with the WZ132A here. Nice to see a lot of you guys are here already. Hopefully everyone had a very nice Monday, or just starting off your Tuesday here, depending on where you're at. Levi is in his spot snoring already. He's not asleep, he's just, I guess, pretending to. Alright. Down to 13,000 experience on this to finish this grind. Which tonight I'll be taking quite a few tank requests. You know, feel free to request tanks like usual. Pretty much I expect to get this grind done tonight. Otherwise I'll be doing, you know, mostly requests for tonight. So kind of. I have a little bit of coffee here, but I don't have much, unfortunately. Okay, I probably should have honestly bailed. Yeah, this was not a good decision. Yoink. I almost got down there. It's very difficult to actually get down that side. I should have went over here, but it's to be expected for my first match in a light. I typically die very, very early. But once I saw that T-71, I knew I was screwed there. But let me hop into another tank before getting to a request, because I would like to get all the kinks out before I do a tank request. Hello, John and everybody else. Two Johns here already. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get much done like I thought I was after work. Granted, this hurricane that's going past us, it's a little bit further away, so it's not as bad as they made it out to be, fortunately, so I didn't have to do as much, but I still didn't get really anything done. I've been up since 3 a.m. so a little bit tired here, but yeah. I kind of passed out after work. Not for very long, like 15 minutes, but that's a lot for me. So other than that, just resting and trying to eat. So I might hop into a little bit of ranked battles, but we'll see. They start in about an hour and they'll run pretty much the rest of the stream after that, but I may pop in and out of them. It's just, I might just do, if there's any tier 10 requests, I will do ranked battles in them. Otherwise, you know, I might not play as much in them. You know, you can't grind tanks in them. And honestly, most of the time playing them, you're just getting premium chucked at you the entire match. I was waiting for him to go over that hill because I have AP loaded here, which not the best. I tried to track him. Hit his track, but I didn't actually do it. I actually had to move because there's 3 Arties. I know, my stunt driving skills. Unfortunately on mines, I know a few of the drop-offs you can't really go down. That's one of them, to where the only way I was going to get down that one is if I took it all the way, like, further left, but yeah. I just usually, when I'm in a light, I stop if I see more than one other light heading up with me, if I'm the only one. However, in that case, you know, obviously I didn't stop there, even though there's 2 tanks against just me. Hello, Rich. Nice to see you. Bad face. I was trying to get lucky there. Yeah, like honestly, the rank battles, I would say, like I don't think they're implemented well, honestly, at all. Um, I think wargaming, they still have the beta tag next to it for a reason. Like, there's a lot of gripes that people have against it, and rightfully so. But you know, I'll pop into them if there's tier 10 requests. Actually, ooh, his ST1 can hit me. But I would say if anyone does them, they did kind of up the, you know, the, what's the jig, the bonds that you get for each stage that ends, you know, after each week. So there's a little bit more of an incentive to play, to get them. At the same time though, like I know bonds get you the improved equipment. I don't think it's worth it, you know, to spend your time to do it. I don't, you know, I'm kind of low on ranked battles because I think the vast majority of players don't care all that much about bonds, you know, the whole rank thing, and you know they're trying it and they're getting frustrated, and you know I think it's a mode that, you know, clan wars and doing tournaments, stronghold stuff like that, fine, but the whole rank thing, you know, trying to do it for the every person essentially, I don't think it's good for the game. They'd be better off, you know, they have this, you know, they have rank season, or rank seasons, you know, start up every couple months, it seems like they're gonna do. They run for about 3-4 weeks and end. Where I think they'd be better off adding in like the 30v30 frontline mode with the objectives. Run that on a nightly thing in a separate queue. Stuff like that, to where I think that would be better received by people. I don't think I can make it to Artie given my HP, so I think I might be best off trying to get some damage on this T95, but it's probably gonna end spectacularly bad here. I don't think he spotted me yet though. He definitely has now. Which, hell, I'll go for Artie now. I just, yeah, I can't really kill Artie here, unfortunately. I gotta wait to get reloaded. Definitely, like the IS-4 doesn't pose a threat to me right now. Whoops, I actually had APCR still. I did not actually want that, to be honest. But again, the whole rank thing, it's my personal opinion, but I think the people that get most out of it are the same types of people that do clan wars. They do, you know, basically the competitive stuff already, so... if your sound, granted, if your sound's not working, you can't hear me, but you just refresh. That's all that. Sometimes that'll fix it, or at least it should. So I'm not platooning tonight, JJ. Sorry. Just until my schedule gets a little bit less chaotic, I'm gonna be soloing during the streams. It's a little bit easier for me when I'm kind of tired to, you know, keep the pace up match after match. There's like you know, there's no downtime in between. And then my mind starts to wander. Not a bad match though for a tier 10. 2100 damage, you know, tier 8 light. That's not too bad at all. Top experience. Definitely better than my first match. So we have a T30 up here for the first tank request. But yeah, basically my schedule is going to be a little bit nuts for I don't know, till October it seems like. Since most of my mornings start at 3 a.m. waking up and like not even dragging Levi. I gotta scoop him out of bed and he's sitting there going into I call it like rumble mode. He kind of, I guess, growls and he shakes a little bit. he gets over it once I actually get him up, but he won't get out of bed otherwise, because I gotta take him out for a walk. Since both Ryan and I get up, she gets up at 5, I get up at 3, and yeah. M4A1, what, the Rev? If you would like me to play it, you can request that, sure. We don't have too many people heading over here. It's not a good sign. It's just... I'm always very skeptical when my team pushes the field, but you know, this can work. They just need to push it. So, like this KV5 here should be a, for those 3 tanks there, he should not be that much of a threat. Yeah, he's already at half HP. I'm gonna try to set up here because I can shoot through this doorway and also this away. I just gotta be a little bit careful about tank destroyers here. And of course, I don't even know where the hell that guy even hit me. Like, it looks like he hit me. I have no clue, because he caused damage. It looked like the shot came from like this direction. I have no words about that. I thought I was set up pretty safe there, but obviously I wasn't. Alright. Let's try to safely get this out of my way so I can hopefully line up a shot, but I'm honestly a little bit confused as to how he damaged me, if I can be honest. I'm gonna get... whoop, maybe not. I thought I was gonna get shot in the side there. We really need help here. IS-3, I'm gonna try to help you, but they aren't that afraid of me. And yeah, they're actually pretty smart for moving right up there. Yeah, I'm gonna stick my neck out for this guy. I can't damage him, he's actually angled right. This is probably gonna backfire on me, but... whoa, dude. Yep, this is definitely gonna backfire on me. This Scorpion G. Yep, I'm dead. Go figure. I was trying to get in with the frickin' IS-3 and he pulled up, and I guess that's what I get for trying to help somebody. Oh well. That's why I don't do well in the T30. I could have just sat back and let the IS-3 die, but I try to help people out when I can. Unfortunately, though, it gets you killed when you're in a you're in a tank that can't flex close up. All right, VK4502B. Yeah. Levi, he actually has a lot of energy. He's just, you know, he knows it's stream time, so he's being a good little dog and taking a break. I would say, alright, I got the requests that are done here. Please, if you're requesting tanks, you just type exclamation point request. There's no space or anything. Put your space and then the tank. Yeah, unless it's that specific command, it doesn't work. But luckily, this one, off the top of my head, I have no idea. My best guess would be like under 50,000 experience. Alright. I thought he was going to turn right and go behind me, but nope. As far as credits, I'm buying the Chinese light here, maybe even tonight. So I'll have to grind out another. I'm at like 3.5 million, 4 million. I need to grind out for next tier 10, so I should have plenty of time because I have the Object 260 missions I guess start it, and I have a credit booster running here. Yeah, I sound a little tired. Honestly though, I don't feel super duper tired right now. I kind of set myself in like cruise control mode all today, which people at work probably thought I was like pissed off or something. I just, you know, kind of methodically go about my duties at work without like sprinting around and stuff like I usually do, like talking the whole time. So people were probably like, alright, well, why don't you just literally go right in front of me? People were probably thinking I was a little bit like, you know, pissed off or something today. It seemed like, no, I was just going about my motions, one steady pace. Which, please guys, I did just say there's no space between the exclamation point and request. Fortunately, you know, I see the SP1C, but it just makes it a little bit easier for me if the requests stick on my screen over here with the command. And hello, Glue Band. Well, there is one Artie. Honestly, I don't think the Artie's gonna. Which they're actually like literally not on the edge of the map. That's how far off their hill is because we don't have anyone spotting them. Thank you very much, Martin, for the tip. Much appreciated. It's just I don't know why they do not want to spot. It's kind of annoying. Here we go. So now they're up to 4 tanks maybe on the hill. Canadian, I saw you ask that last stream. Honestly, there's nothing I really can tell you. Like you gotta tinker with stuff yourself and make sure you have a good upload speed and a good PC. There's plenty of guides out there on how to set up OBS or other stream programs, but there's nothing I can especially verbally here I can tell you. Sorry. But you can look back on my early streams and some of my older videos. The difference between even just like a year ago and now is huge, to where it's just something you improve upon over time. I'm still getting hit because they're literally sitting they're sitting so far off the edge because we don't have a frickin' spotter here. The IS-3 is too busy trying to get people to team kill the guard. Everyone's starting to yell at each other, which our other side's doing fan-frickin-tastic, but it's a little bit annoying that people are just fighting each other. Say, I'm gonna spot by trying to pull these guys on my left over. I'm not actually, I just got shot at by an E4, it looks like. Yeah, I love it though, everyone's fighting against one another. Meanwhile, I'm trying to turn myself into a spotter here with tanks on my left, ahead, and right. This is probably not going to end very well for me here. Just, yep, got freaking, yeah, it's just, it doesn't work spotting freaking with a VK at this spot here. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to spot, but I literally can't. Like, it's alright, Canadian. It's just, you know, I wish I could help you, but honestly, you know, it's just something you have to tweak little by little. I would say across the years, I've probably spent at least, I would say, over 24 hours of just changing my video settings and stream settings and private events to get them where I need to. Even more time, you know, doing overlays and stuff like that. It takes a lot of time. And I'm not even, you know, not to say I'm good at it. I'm not very good at it, in my opinion. As far as, like, getting things perfect, which I'm a little bit annoyed here. Like, I did lose a little bit of HP. It's just, I'm not a really good spotter in this because these people are able to basically outpace me and set up behind multiple trees, multiple bushes, and more or less be one step ahead because I'm in a VK-4502B, doing the best that this tank is capable of, but it's just, it's a little bit annoying that we had no spotter over there. Granted, you don't have to yell at each other and like threaten each other like they were doing, but it's just, yep, T-34. He can hit me in my commander's cupola, but it's just, I'm very surprised that the enemy on the hill had as easy of a job as they did. And now, yeah, it's all gonna fall apart here. Did the best I could though. It's not a bad match on my part. It's just, yeah, it was very, very questionable teamwork there. This we won the T30 match. So we have a Levi pick here. Levi is going to pick this. Hopefully you don't mind that, because Levi wants me to finish this grind, so I stopped going crazy. But yeah, our other flank, it was almost all TDs. They did a very good job pushing. I'll give them credit for that, but you know, when they got stuck there and they wanted us to spot, I tried, but the enemy just kept moving away from where I was trying to spot them. They needed to do, you know, something else. But as far as the best tier 8 premium, it really depends on what you're looking for. Like, you can break it down into crew training. That all depends on the tanks you have, performance wise, and also credit earning. Thanks, Lobobo. Honestly, if I had to just off the top of my head, there's Lorraine 40T, Object 252U, T26E5. I still really like the T34 heavy tank, super Pershing. Thinking here, there's even like the AMX M449. It's just, you know, I would say those are a good pick. I feel like AT-15, it's not a tier 8. The AT-15A, I really like that one. God. Please don't know that you can shoot through the building. Yep, he does. Yeah, I'm just gonna accept my death here. Yep, I'm just gonna die. I shouldn't have went out there as far as I did. When I had a KV3, SU-122-44, and a Super Pershing that peeled off. That went awesome. I'm just having... I really like that tank. The last night and so far today, I'm just having the worst luck in it. I don't know why either. So... if you're looking for credit earning, you go... I'll try to get a URL here for you, but I got the most amount of damage on my team the last match. It's just that was, you know, that was a little bit frustrating of a match, the last one. I knew where and what I needed to do, I just couldn't do it because I was, you know, I was in the wrong tank essentially for what my team needed. They needed me, you know, like a medium tank. So honestly, if you're looking for very good statistics on like best premium tank for stuff like that, go to that link there, VB Attic. It will help you with figuring out what tanks earn the most in the tier as far as credits, which ones win the most, stuff like that. Honestly, I believe the highest credit earner is either the Lorraine 40T or the Strev S1, unless that has changed recently. Well, that is right, Daniel. I would still carry some though, because if you really need it, which that guy was awesome. He just drove literally right into the field. If you need it to win, it is definitely worth shooting if it's going to get you a win. And I don't mean like go out and just spam it, but if, you know, say I'm in this tank and I need heat to go through, I don't know, like the mouse or something, and I just have all AP, bet your ass I'm going to shoot heat if it's going to get me a win, because not only do you get a win, you get more experience, more credits, so it's a win-win. So it's worth using it a little bit there. I have another team that I think they're... I don't know what they're doing. Like, what is it? It's Monday night. Not to say that, you know, school's back to where, you know, I don't mind playing with people that are younger. Like, I'm, you know, technically I'm young. But, it's just, I find that when school's back in session, typically the the banter in chat starts going away. Oh god, the East. Even if I'd stayed where I was at, I'd get spotted and torn to shreds trying to shoot. It's just we don't have anyone able to help that poor T-49 there. Our team's just all kinds of messed up. We have almost all of our firepower sitting at the bottom of the hill, but they can't really do anything, which I can't even really pen this guy with heat. Like I have an AP, yeah, I'm just gonna swap over to HE. Just Visa, yes, that definitely helps. Which, even if you guys aren't interested in the ranked battles, if you can pop in and just get one win and get rank 1, you can get an easy mission done. You can get some free credits and stuff. Well, the T-49, he was actually in a good spot. Just our team literally, we don't have the people set up where we usually do. Because usually that E-75 would have died very, very quickly. Awesome. I was going to say I was just about to get a side shot on him, but I don't even need to. This WZ is going to get just... I don't even know what. Senior Citizen Night. Shouldn't, like, Monday Night Football thin that crowd out? Sorry. I know not everyone likes football, but it seems like everyone over... like the age of, I would say, 50 that I work with is obsessed with football. Where even if it's not their team playing, like that's all they watch. That's probably just the people that I work with, though. He didn't fire. It's just, our team is doing the classic, let's go one by one into them, which, you know, I'm kind of guilty of that right now as well, but we basically are just feeding them. And we have two 183s that are really not good at fighting on the hill. I see my death incoming. Ooh, thank you for shooting preemptively. They're really not good on fighting on the hill, which, you know, we kind of needed them up here, but it's just, they sat at the bottom until it was too late. Had they pushed up a little bit earlier and got up to this point where it's a little flatter, they could have taken shots off, but sitting down here, there's a little dip. They were almost 100% useless there, which, you know, it's not entirely their fault for not knowing that, but it's just something to where that little difference just screwed everybody else because, you know, they have the two JPZ 100s. I think only one of them was on the hill here, but when you're faced against that, saying a T-55A, WZ-111-14 was up there with me, it's just such a stark difference to where you can't do anything about it, especially with just one SPG. I didn't even see where our SPG was firing, to be honest. But onto an object 252U here. Like, I just started chucking heat out, but I couldn't have went anywhere else on the map to actually get anything accomplished there. Hello, my name is John. And medium? I don't know if the X is silent. I can add the Strev 103B on Andre. Sorry, I didn't know that you were requesting it, you know. Please use the request command. Yeah, it's alright. Oh, Bobo. Yeah, pretty much regardless of what you type with that command anywhere, it basically just tags it. I usually say just the tank name because it'll get cut off after a certain amount of characters. Typically, you know, when I didn't have it capped at one tank, it would get cut off at like number 3 for long tank names. But basically all it does is just stickies it on my fussbot window I have over here instead of being in the chat where it can get lost. And I can go through, I can see who requested it, when. The one feature, it shows you if you're a subscriber or not. That's broken. Everyone, it shows up as not a subscriber. I can, you know, I can do quite a few things, but it's very nice. It keeps it nice and organized for me. And as I go through and, you know, kind of write them down, I can delete them and keep it nice and easy. Oh god. I stuck a little bit too far out there, but I made it. I was about to say, Andre, you just said to Strev 103B, and then you just said to 183. I put the Strev 103B up there, so you know it's just one. Thank you very much, Uber, for tipping Levi. Alright, seems like my team is... Yep, they're gonna push out into the town. Thank you. I can face this way. Get that little thing out, because that will screw me up. Oh god. Oops, I can actually one-shot him. Actually gonna go for the... what I thought was the safer shot, but... $19 HP. Probably gonna get me shot. Nope. Thank you. Doesn't look like they might have. I'll roll the dice. I was about to say that they probably have a TD back there, but it wasn't anything that threatening. There we go, we got him out. I lost some HP, but I think that was the smart choice for me there. Just really afraid of getting popped this way. Granted, he doesn't have the derp gun. Just if I play this wrong, the Yag Tiger can hit me and a Chrysler in the field can hit me. Hopefully him getting hit, he'll pull back here. That would be nice. There we go. M103, John, for a challenge? Sure thing. Please don't let me forget that if I forget it by the end of the battle here. I don't feel too tired, but I am mentally tired. Thank you, nobody, for the tip. I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, but please do not steal my face. Anyone who doesn't watch it is probably like, this guy's weird. Meat shield number 1. I honestly, it wasn't your fault. I was looking at the chat. I didn't even see the Scorpion G come up. Oh, Lord. I still did over 2,000 damage, but that was... I usually don't make mistakes like that. Drink more coffee. Granted, it's pretty much just chocolate milk. I just tell you guys it's coffee. Hey, little buddy. You can see how he should be pretty happy. Little doggy. You want to treat? Oh, I dropped it. Thank you for tipping Levi. I would say when he goes to his bed this early, maybe he is a little bit tired. Alright, so I have a deluxe challenge for the M103 here. Do I consider the M103 to actually have armor? I don't know. I guess it's going to depend on what match I get into. If I get into a tier 10, honestly, I don't think I'm going to say this thing has any armor against a bunch of 10s. I'm top tier though, so... Alright, so I've got to do 2.5 times the HP in damage, assist damage, and blocked all combined, so 4,625 in M103. This is actually going to be quite a challenge. I will not lie. This is probably... This is actually one of the harder tanks, I would say, I've been challenged in. I know. Well, not my shave-a-thon. Not that everyone saw that who's watching. Where I shaved my head for basically every single tank request was a challenge. And if I didn't do damage, I basically shaved my hair. One of those might be coming up again. I basically cut my hair whenever I'm starting to feel it underneath my chef hats. Because I don't wear... No chefs wear those tall poofy things most of the time unless you're like in public. I wear, they're called like a skull cap, to where keeps everything where it needs to be. Awesome. Really bad. Just, I was really hoping that since those two guys were out there I wasn't going to get seen. Or at least shot. But... it's just, we have so many freaking tank destroyers sitting in the base, and I would say they're literally not gonna do anything unless this T-29 spots like 4 or 5 of their tanks, which he's probably not going to do that. They're just gonna sit there, shoot at nothing, and it's all on our side to get this somehow. I'm gonna try to do something in the center. I really hope I don't get already here, but I'm not gonna push around that corner. I'd rather the enemy start pushing towards me. If that makes any sense. I'd rather them start coming around and then me turn and face them, and then to me to just kind of sit there while my team slowly dies here. Alright, I don't mind getting that little already hit. Good luck. Alright. Even though looking at the tanks that they have, they might have like one tank behind me, but I don't think they have anybody, to be honest. Their Artie though has the small gun, which does not bode well for us at all. It's got a really short reload compared to the top gun. Doesn't do much damage, but it's gonna stun us. I don't think I want to push there anymore. I think they're gonna try to flank us. Crap. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. Maybe not. Finger condoms? We have them in our kitchen. Fortunately, I don't need them very often now. I do my best not to cut myself. Do you mean like actual condoms? I was gonna say, technically health codes here, not everywhere does it. I wear more gloves than the average cook, to be honest, but technically law now in most states in the US, if you touch any kind of food that goes in, you know, you have to have gloves on. Preparing it, cooking it, basically, yeah, you need gloves, and your hands must be clean while in the gloves, and after you take the gloves off, you must wash your hands again. It's kind of crazy, but fortunately I set up my stations and menus to where you don't really need to touch anything. Everything's either you grab it out with tongs and stuff, or you have like little spoons and whatnot. I don't think I'm gonna win this challenge though, just for the sake of I haven't really done anything, and we're starting to get a little bit low on the HP department for me to actually do damage. And I'm about to probably get Scorpion G'd, because I don't think that guy has moved very much. His username is an old slow guy, so he's probably watching the stream here. Probably knows exactly where I am. Ah, Lord. What am I getting myself into doing this? It's just, this is gonna go badly if I don't get this. I really want to get the Lorraine out, but I just gotta go all out here, or else there's gonna be no way that I can get this challenge. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it, to be honest. I just don't think that there's enough HP left on the bone here. No! Get out of my way! Does team damage count? Must ram Yag Tiger off of hill. You guys probably thought I was gonna die there. I somehow pull this off. I have no words. I don't even know if I got it, but I said I needed 4,625, and I ended up, it kind of popped out here. I got a Master Badge 3rd class, 2,400 damage, the most in the match, which I'm kind of surprised. I thought someone was going to gobble up more than me there. So on Ford, okay, I actually, oh Lord, I can't add here. Alright, so I got 4,658. I barely got over that. So I think, yeah, I think I won that one, John. If my math is holding up here. just barely. 2.5 times the HP total by, you know, about 60 HP. So it was like a mad dash at the end there. But thank you for the challenge though. That was fun. I really didn't think I was gonna get it because it was really slow starting off there, but Levi says thank you for more biscuits. Oh, I can't move. Say I keep hitting my desk here. It's in my plans to look for a new chair to where I want one that actually fits into my little cutout here, because this little squishy part on my chair here hits on both sides and it doesn't fit in. It's kind of annoying. But I think that's actually the closest challenge as far as yeah, me being just barely over it. Usually it's I either die in like the first minute or, you know, I get it. Yes, I play on the NA server, Victor. After this, I'm probably gonna hop into my little light tank grind again, but with the Object 140 up, I should be just in time to where, since it's a tier 10 request, I'll just hop into a ranked battle, since that'll be up, most likely. I don't have a round that can actually pen this IS-3. Hello, Fix-It Man, nice to see you. Let's say the accuracy on this thing, the T-32 it's in need of some love, which wargaming, honestly, if I worked for wargaming, you know, not that that's even plausible, it would take under 5 minutes to fix. You drag the T-25 or T-26E5 Patriot's gun, pop it over to the T-32, tack on however tens of thousand experience you want people to grind for it, done. You just give it a top 105mm gun that it has here and a top 90mm gun that everyone would pick because the 105 sucks. And there, fix the T-32. I'll take my money, wargaming. Because the T-32 actually was planned to have a 90mm gun, but wargaming decided to give it, you know, a 105 and a crappy 90mm instead. Alright, switching the overlay here. Get to that right after this. Quit. I've heard stories about the SEA server. This winter when I have extra time, it's actually, I plan on actually playing there, but I just need to get 100 battles. EU server, I need at 250 to post everywhere in the forums. SEA's 100. So I don't know if I'll stream it because it'll be all low tier matches, but I'll be able to experience firsthand what everyone has told me about for years, which I'm gonna get RD'd again most likely. Don't pick on the poor T-32. He can't do anything. Oh god, they're pushing now. I'm getting annoyed at Strub 103B and just chuck HE at him. Whoa. Alright, you know, come right on up here. It's alright. I didn't want to shoot at all, but you go right on up there and lose almost all your HP. Ah, you dirty bastard. He's firing EPCR. I would say it's not that I know exactly how the SCA server plays, but I would say that it might be the case if the grass is not greener on the other side, but it's just, even though, like, I complain about matchmaking and players sometimes, a lot less than the average person, but it's just one of those things that, you know, I think for the amount of complaining that people do about matchmaking and the players on specific servers, I think it's a very small part of, you know, someone's problem with the game. More or less it might be, you know, you're playing a bad tank, like, you know, as far as grinding a tank and you're just getting outclassed by everything else, just, you know, tank characteristic wise. You're doing the wrong things, you know, you're just having a bad streak in RNG, stuff like that, where, you know, it might look like it's their players and team, but a lot of times, you know, switching a server isn't going to fix that. And it's not even just like, say, a player playing wrong, it's just, you know, you're not going to win them all, you're not going to lose them all, somewhere in between. You know, the difference between, you know, you can be really frustrated only winning like 40% of your matches in a day, and then just bumping that up to 60 and it's the best thing in the world. It's not that big of a gap between the two when you think about it, to where, you know, I typically approach it to where I just look to do the best I can in my specific tank on the specific team and map I get on. As long as I do that, I'm pretty happy. If I make mistakes and, you know, or my team completely does something weird, then that's, you know, where you see me get a little bit annoyed. But top 3 damage here, I'll take that. T32 for a tier 10. I did use some APCR, but yeah, I was trying my best to lift that flank up a little bit, but didn't work out. So before I get to the object, I was going to do another 132A match here, since down to 9,600 experience left here. Switching overlay colors here, courtesy of John. You haven't lost a match on the EU server? Which, after the stream here, I know a few of you guys watched the, what is it, Ken Burns, the Vietnam documentary. I'll be watching that after the stream. So hopefully it was enjoyable. Me and Levi will be watching it, waiting for Ryan to come home. If it ends up how it usually is, I pass out like 20 minutes before she gets home. Levi's usually out in the first like 15 minutes after the stream. Go outside and play with him. He's pretty content that, you know, he got his like 5 minutes of running around in the backyard. Usually he gives up after that, especially because it's kind of crappy out. It's all wet, a little bit windy, and, you know. Well, hey, now you just need to pop on the Russian server, Southeast Asia server, just get 100% win rate there, and, you know, you can say, hey, I am unbeatable on 3 other servers. Looking at their team makeup, they do have some lights that could push up here on me, but right, we're already down 1 tank. For some reason they have a Conqueror up here, which hopefully, no, he did not get shot. Our JPZ E100 just lost almost all of its HP. Obviously our team does not really know how to fight on this map because they're just kind of popping out there and getting shot. sorry. Ryan was texting me. And my inner fat kid came out, and I told her to get me food. I guess remembered that literally the only thing I have to eat after the stream here is chicken breast. That I cooked like 3 or 4 days ago. It's, you know, that's not, I don't really think I want to eat that after the stream, just that. Alright, I do not want to pop out there. Probably a couple people aiming at this area now. Even though I also have the, I don't know if anyone watched it, the Orville. Essentially a play on Star Trek that came out. Second episode aired, what, yesterday? I plan on watching that too. I think the first episode was pretty good. Unfortunately, since it's sci-fi, it has like a 50% chance of getting canceled, even though it's, you know, it's a, you know, they have a lot of money into the show. I was hoping that he would have shot. There we go. I was fairly confident that he was not going to hit me. Hello, Poser. Nice to see you. Alright. Time to hope that I get lucky. Oh, God. Ah, shit. I got tracked. The JPZ got me. At least my other guys went through, but I screwed up. I forgot that there was this little thing here to where if I flew off that, I would have tracked myself. I should have just rushed over here to get to this one. Instead, I kind of drove straight at him. Again, for whatever reason, it was like a flip switched in the last little push for this tank on the grind, and I guess I'm not doing too well in it. Yes, Andrew. I thought it was, you know, I thought it was really good. It was a... Honestly, I don't like Star Trek. It's a little bit too... I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. I just don't like it. I pretty much like every other kind of sci-fi thing though. But alright, so I have an object 140 match, so I'll hop into a ranked battle since that's on. But yeah. I think it was a good blend to not be too Trekky. Maybe I don't like Star Trek because my parent, like, I'm the only person in my family that you could consider like a nerd or like a computer nerd. Oh God. Really? Well, there we go. I was gonna say, ranked battles just froze the game. Fortunately, it popped back up here. But my dad would always call me a Trekkie because he didn't really know otherwise what to say. Maybe that's why I don't like it, because you know, if I was like playing any type of game or watching something that looked remotely sci-fi, that's the coin, or the term he coined to use. But honestly, with the new matchmaking in place, like, you know, I'm gonna pop into ranked here because, you know, it's, if you can get up a few ranks, honestly, it's free bonds and free credits and a few other things completing missions. You might as well, but with the new matchmaking, you get a lot of tier 10 only matches, to where ranked battles kind of feel like, eh, you know, they're nothing special, honestly. I honestly don't see why, like, just this popped in my head here, so I might kind of not have a well-formed thought, but in a way, why don't they just keep a monthly leaderboard up for random battles for tier 10 only matches, or even, you know, pop it down to tier 8 to where if you're in like a tier 8 only match or a tier 9 only, or a tier, even if they want to keep it just a tier 10 only matches, and basically just keep a leaderboard there based off of everyone's performance, you know, wins, losses, what have you for that month. Why don't they just do basically what they're doing with ranked here, with that? That way, you know, it's not a separate queue, and, you know, it's just kind of automatic. It's just a thought, but honestly, that to me, that actually sounds a lot better than this. But yeah, I like Firefly. I'll say, you know, I definitely... I watched all the episodes. Like, I remember I didn't watch it when it first came out, and I watched like halfway through when it started. I went back and rewatched everything now. But yeah, it's just at first I was a little bit lost because I didn't watch everything in order until I kind of restarted everything. You know, that was way, or not way before, but that was before I had a DVR, so I kind of had to hodgepodge my way through it. Honestly, we need help. I am not able to fight against this 121 very well. He's gonna try to... I'm just gonna spam some gold at him, but... Thank you, Leopard 1. He's not gonna be able to save me, though. Yep, I shouldn't have used heat there either. I shot his track too low. But, oh well. It just... the Leopard, thank you, Leopard, for helping. It's just these other two guys, you know, the 121 was sitting here. We had 3 guys here to where if they just turned and popped them, that's what I was hoping for. He would have been out in, you know, under about 10 seconds. But that didn't happen. My team looks like it's going to win though, so that's fine with me. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. But on to the next tank, which is the T-28. For request. Hop back into random battles, which honestly... Hopefully it doesn't freeze the game again, but it looks like it is. This might get me to not even play ranked if it, you know, it just seems like it's, not to say half-assed, but I'd think they would have the transition down between the two. That's interesting. I was about to say, we have this one girl working for us. Her name's Sarah, and she started maybe like a month ago. I'm a little tired. I had a very long day here, but all is well now. Thanks for asking. She's working here for like another month before she goes home. She's on a visa, like a student visa, where she came for the summer to work. She's from Macedonia, and she's going to, her college starts back up in a month, and she's going to be a translator in like, I think she was saying like 12, 14 different languages, where she like switches between them all like way too much, and it confuses the hell out of me sometimes. She'll be like singing in one language and then like cursing and running around in another language. It's kind of funny. Everyone thinks she's crazy, but she's all right. Although English she's pretty good at English, but not perfect to where she loses like the, what is it, like the syntax or the small little details on things. Like, she ordered, we have a berry cobbler stuffed French toast. So essentially, French toast stuffed with its cream cheese and like 4 or 5 different berries, kind of blended together in the cream cheese and stuffed. And then on top is black raspberry sauce, a crumble. Basically, like I make it, the crumble. It's comparable to this. I like to compare it to graham crackers though. But essentially like a cobbler crumble and powdered sugar to where she didn't want sugar on it. So I did that. She wrote it as pedal sugar. I got that. But then she wrote side of cucumbers, like on the ticket as well. So I'm like, okay, I guess this person wants some cucumbers for some reason. Like we've had that at breakfast before. She meant crumble and she was like yelling at us like, I wrote crumble side, like stuff like that. And we're like, you wrote cucumbers. She had like no idea like what was going on. It was kind of funny though. I was a little bit angry at the time because it was about 20 minutes after we closed for breakfast and I was cleaning up, switching to lunch. But yeah, looking back on it, it was kind of fun. Now I know when cucumbers come in, I have to think about crumble. Nuance. Thank you. Thank you for that, Doug. That's the word I was looking for. My opinion on the T28 and the prototype? I would say since they rebalanced, this isn't as bad as it was before. Mainly the speed has helped it out a lot, and being able to turn and react to things. I would still take the T28 Proto over this though, just for the turret. And yeah, because oftentimes when you're in this thing, you just, it's so difficult to fight in. It's just clunky, but I would say they definitely have their own ups and downs now, whereas before I would say this T28 was one of the more frustrating tanks to play. But this thing just deletes things in front of it with its gun. Like I didn't really even do much so far and I've got 2300 damage. It's probably got, out of the standard tech tree guns, the best tier 8 gun as far as the mid-alpha guns. You know, it doesn't have a 750 damage gun, nor does it need it, but it can pump shells out like no other tier 8 TD. I know the prototype's comparable to it. You know, the guns are very, very similar, but, you know, this thing is, you know, it's better now. It's just hard because you can't fight very close to people, and on city maps, if you're trying to fight around corners, it's very, not to say useless, but it's close to being useless on city maps. Oh, dude, sorry. I didn't damage him, unfortunately, so I don't have to say sorry. But I really want to shoot the Cromwell for you. However, you're kind of in my way. And I took like the worst shot. That's what I get for trying to line my shot up, honestly. I would definitely say I would like the prototype better though. Just because it's more flexible. I like not being bound by a tank. Like it's, you know, the things you can't get over, like not having a turret, gun depression, speed, the very long size of this tank combined with the turret, but or lack of a turret. I would say though that this is no longer a handicap for your team on most maps, but you definitely need to play it with its limitations in mind. Hello, Jay. I'm expecting this Uda's, maybe he's not gonna push. He's got the small gun, so I actually can bounce him frontally. Not all though. Which, honestly, when they gave this mobility buff, the T-28, this is actually a fictional tank, more so than it is a real tank. Because the T-28 is actually the T-95, but basically without the second set of outer wheels that the T-95 has on, because otherwise it sinks into soft ground. So this T-28 actually should have the frontal armor value and the frontal profile without the second set of tracks and space armor on the outside tacked onto it. But Wargaming, you know, decided to make up their own version, and, you know, this tank isn't actually a real tank. To me, when they buffed the speed of this, you know, the T-28 prototype, T-95, it would have been interesting for them just to, you know, plop on the T-95's armor on this, leave it slow. They probably had to gimp the gun a little bit and maybe, you know, make the hatches a little weaker, but it would have no side armor, no rear armor, have pretty strong frontal armor, but I think that would be more interesting, you know. But yeah, the tanks is, I would say it's fine as it is right now. So, which, Jay, please don't I don't know what you're talking about, but please don't spam otherwise. Got a mastery badge, second class. My highest, you know, my best battle on this since these actually came out, because I ground through this. This was like my second or third tank line I ground through before there was even mastery badges. Steel Ball Award, most amount of damage in the match, most amount of experience. Pretty good match there. Alright, so I have a M4A1 Rev. Not an American tank. Would I play it on a challenge? Sure. I was gonna say the only tank currently that you can't challenge me in is the TOG 2. Yeah, somebody pointed that out very early on in the challenges. It's past 8 here, I forgot. I wanted to do a raffle every hour for tonight's stream, so I'll do it after this battle here. Which I mentioned it a few streams ago, which, Jay, you actually need to have enough Levi biscuits essentially to gamble away. You probably don't have enough. Now that you've done that though, it times you out for 20 minutes though, trying to gamble. But I mentioned a few streams ago, the game Kickstarter for, it's called War of Conquest. Really old game, but the person that originally developed it is bringing it back. The goal actually got reached already, so thankfully that game will be actually seeing it. You might actually see me streaming it, honestly, because the guy is very hopeful to have a open, or not an open, but a alpha and beta for it, I think in the next about month and a half. It's not like some huge game or anything, but you might actually see me stream it, because honestly the game is, I would say, I don't know, it's hard to describe it without actually playing it. but it's probably the simplest but most complex game you can play as far as like PvP goes, to where, yeah. Alright, Flame, what tank would you like for a challenge? You're looking for a tank I don't like to play? Parkaholic, matchmaking isn't broken as far as I'm aware, but yeah. I would say you're probably getting a bad string of teams that are really whiny. Okay, the Luva. Luv? I don't even know. I should have just kept calling it low, and screw everyone who wanted me to pronounce it right. No offense, guys. Yes, I know I'm chucking HE, but yeah. Yeah, the flip coin only works if you have enough coins to actually do it, so. Take that. I'm almost at 1 shot's worth of damage. Our team is doing the camp in the corner thing, since we lost frickin' every other flank. One of these I'm just trying to get whatever I can out of this match, but I know the outcome. Where we can win this, but the only way we're gonna win this is if the enemy very stupidly pushes into us, like 1 by 1 or 2 by 2. You know, that works too. Even though, like, sometimes, you know, it sucks getting bottom tier all the time, but and sometimes, honestly, yeah, I don't mind it too much. You have a little bit less pressure on you, and honestly, if you can kick ass at your tank as bottom tier, you can be a lot more valuable to your team than being a top tier at times in certain tanks. Alright, this tank is bottom tier. I'm not really able to pen a lot of things over here, which is my problem I'm facing. Yeah, I just lost most of my HP. Set up now. Thank you very much, Rick, for the tip. Alright, where do I want to pop out and die? Third stage of acceptance of losing. I'm glad I can help you out with the night shift. Boredom. No, not in the face. Play the new tank? What new tank? WZ-111 5A? The tank with armor, it's gonna depend on what match I get into. If it's, you know, almost all 9s and 10s, I would say it does not have armor. Just one of those things, yeah. Yeah. Well, I did 1100 damage, but yeah. Oh well. I did the best I could in that specific tank there. Alright, so we're at, let me update the tip goal here before moving along. Which hopefully this doesn't break my OBS scene for this, because when I first logged on I was like, I hate my life right now. Basically you chroma key all the backgrounds out of these things, and a lot of the stuff that you see that's dynamic on the stream, like the Streamlabs stuff, the timer, stuff like that, to where the backgrounds are like bright green, bright purple, stuff like that, and it takes those colors out. All that broke for some reason, but fortunately I was able to just continually hit refresh on the scenes for it, and it fixed it after a while. Oh, the rut. Oh. Which... I guess that was a match ago. The new Russian media? Thank you very much, John. I will hop into this. I'll hop into this after the challenge here. But yes, the STG. Thank you very much for the STG. Especially because a lot of people have been asking for it here. Just let me... back up here. Okay. Challenge time. I'll hop into that right after this one now. Hopefully not fail on it. Alright, so this is a challenge. For those of you who do not know what a challenge is, I have to reach, depending on what tier I get matched up against. Alright, I'm gonna go with this has armor. So I have to do 2.5 times the HP total in damage, blocked, and combined assist damage. So I gotta reach 4,125 between the three of them there. I do not think that Victor is here right now. I would say usually midweek is when I won't, Lobobo. Thank you very much for the tip. Usually midweek is when we see Victor here on the streams. So up after this, I know I have a Dickermax request. I'm gonna hop into the STG first though. John was very kind to purchase that. Hopefully I don't look too out of place in it. I haven't played a Russian medium like that since they first came out with the rear turret ones on the test server. Will I get up here before we lose these two guys? Debatable. Very, very debatable. There's already, so I've got to start wiggling my little butt over. What are you doing, dude? Quite some time, Rick. Okay, this is not going well for us. Don't do it, T-43. I'm trying to help him, but at least we got their T-49 out, but still. Just trying to push up here so they might not push out as much, but yeah, that wasn't very threatening, I guess. cover this way. I have a Black Prince behind here to where I usually try to help out my teammates if they push out, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. I'm definitely not going to save them, but you know, if someone pushes out like that, I will try my best to make the most out of what they opened up for me to do. Alright, that was not good. The M4, you need to be a little bit careful here. E49. I fixed it. I patched that loophole out. Alright, I don't think that these two guys are gonna push, so I'm gonna get my little cover, mobile cover here. Benichi shell. Actually don't need HE here. I would have been better off with AP, but I was expecting to hit the Cairnavarn again. This is going to be another one. I'm getting close to where the challenge is at, but it's going to be difficult just based off of how much HP is left on the board and my general area here. I've still got, I think, at least over 1,000 left here to go. Maybe I forget honestly what I have to reach. I just know it's somewhere in the 4,000-ish range. I've got to reach 4,125. I actually just got over it. Thank you very much for the challenge, though. This was actually a pretty good match here. I went to the hill mainly because, you know, they had the T-49s as top tier, but knowing T-49s, that, you know, one had the derp gun, one had the standard gun. Standard gun, I was honestly more concerned about, but I wasn't too afraid of them because I'd be able to damage them every single time they pop out on me. Where going to the hill as a light, more often than not, is actually bad, at least in my opinion. It typically turns out bad for you. The house always wins. But I just barely got over the challenge level here. I don't want to end a challenge in a cat, but just we're gonna lose this guy. The M4 is, you know, kind of, yeah. I think I'm better off just capping out here if I can. Actually, now it's less likely that I'd be confident to fight an IS-3, even though he has higher HP than me. But might as well just cap and get a win here. Thank you very much for the challenge, though, Flame. I like being challenged in different tanks here or there. But I got a Master Bass second class, Confederate Award. Yep, most amount of damage in the match. Barely got over. I needed to get 4,125, 2.5 times the HP total here, and I barely got over it. You know, by about 100 to 200 HP, block, what have you, combined. You guys probably can hear that. That's a pretty loud helicopter. I would assume that that is actually a Coast Guard helicopter. Kind of have that sound ingrained in my head here. We live right by basically the main training base for the Coast Guard. Got lots of Coast Guard ships, helicopters, what have you, in my town. Alright, let's pick the ugliest camouflages I can here. go with that one. I like different. Yeah, it was a good amount of credits too. This out real quick. I'm gonna go with 4. I was about to say that amount of pen increasing, honestly, it's not that worth it. Even though I'm not going to use 4HE that often, so I'll go with that. Set up there. I got like all this stuck in my head as far as... Alright, let me just find a crew that needs... I'll probably just pop the T-54 in. But most tanks, you know, you run the same vertical stabilizer, gun rammer, optics for medium, so it's just kind of stuck in my head there. Yo, thank you very much again for the tank here. Which I forgot to start the raffle. Come to think of it. What you have to do is type !raffle to enter. And then there will be another one at 9. I'm going to be streaming till at least 10. Honestly, if I'm not that tired at 10, I might go a little bit past 10 too, so... But after this, I'm definitely hopping into the Dickermax, Type 59, and I might fit in the one grind for the WZ132A after that, and then do SP1C, UDES, Strev 103B. I would say I'm actually kind of disappointed, or not disappointed, sad. The Fussbot developer, he didn't drop the Fussbot developing it, but apparently his internet is all kinds of messed up right now. He has a Discord server and he posted something about it to where he had some updates in the pipeline that were supposed to be out by now, but until he gets back on the things, no new features for now, unless I can set up some things I haven't set up in this. It is about 8:40 p.m. Hello, Blue Mac. Nice to see you. Okay, I'm gonna stick down low here. The one thing you want to remember at this is, you know, some lower tiers can bounce off you here, but more or less your armor in this is not as good as the other rear turret Russian mediums, but your gun does pack quite a bit of a punch. I angled way too much there. But you're gonna want to hide your hull against things that actually have a little bit of oomph behind them. I was gonna say, I'm not grinding any RD, but I can hop into an RD. I was gonna say, is he really gonna come over without getting hit again? Levi's back to snoring under the microphone. Alright. He literally had to pull into the one spot, which I'm still surprised. My nose is getting itchy here. I'm still surprised this T25 ET has been able to pull out this many times without dying. Like, my shot's missing, yeah, that's one thing, but everybody else's is another. Alright, this other side is gonna get hammered here very, very soon. Are you saying that I have armor and I'm afraid to push up? Because this actually does not have that that much armor. If you're talking about the super Pershing, that's another thing. But if you're talking about me, screw off, dude. Here we go. Oh, are you gonna try to ram me forward? That looks exactly what he's gonna do. Honestly, you're going on my blacklist. I was actually just about to push up too, before he did that, but I don't know why he's trying to ram me when, you know, I was trying not to die. You know, I lost half my HP pushing out in the beginning. It's just, literally, screw that person. I literally hate when people do that. I really wish I would shoot people, but sometimes. But like, even though the other flank was starting to fall, we weren't behind or anything, so didn't make sense for me to push out in between 4 or 5 tanks, which congratulations, Doug, on winning the raffle. Obviously Levi picked the winner since you tipped him a biscuit. Didn't make sense for me to pull out into, you know, 4+ tanks and die when nobody else was gonna, you know, the super person went first, he had full HP. Nobody else was gonna be able to pop out before I got hammered by every single tank in front of me, so. I will do that. That's as mean as you'll see me be in chat to somebody. I already have him blacklisted. No. I could have rammed him, but oh well. Thank you very much, though, again for the STG. Got a Master Badge 2nd class. Got rammed by the Cromwell a few times. Also driven in front of... He drove in front of me like 1 or 2 times there, too. So thanks a lot for just driving in front and blocking my shot early on. But the VK101 OP did a very nice job, too. But pretty decent match. Lots of credits because I have a personal reserve going. But thanks again for the thank. Glad that everyone that was asking for it too could get to see it played here as well. So we have a Dickermax up for the next tank. Exactly, Lobobo. I say he was definitely annoying me when he started to ram me. I don't even care if he was, you know, and I saw that he was calling people out for having armor not pushing. Like, I was in the front until he pulled in front of me. But yeah. You gotta love people like that, though. He probably doesn't even know I put him on blacklist. He's probably one of those people, he's typing a message out to me right now. He really clinched it for us, though, you know? In his minds, he's probably like, ah, me yelling at that guy really got him going, you know? I'm the MVP. Let's test my luck out over here. Alright, so we have a red overlay coming up. That'll be after this battle here. I believe, yes, it's been over 5 matches in green, so on the red. It's fitting, red. I just had a kind of frustrating match there with the Cromwell. Thank you very much, Random, for the subscription. I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer here. Do you see this face right here? Yeah. 2 matches in a row. That's the glory of playing an online game. You just never know when stuff like that's gonna creep up and happen to you. And say I specifically picked this bush because I'm small enough and I have enough camo to be able to hide here without them being able to see me while firing. Let's see if this guy pulls in front of me again. Because that's what I was gonna do there. And you know, now he has no HP. And he's dead. Surprise, surprise, PZ4. Never go nuclear on somebody. At the end of the day, it's just a game, so very rarely do you ever see me rage at somebody. Like, even those people that team killed me and, you know, I made a video and a list about on WoT Guru, the Hall of Shame. There's only a few people on there still. It annoyed me, but at the end of the day, you know, I think they were much more upset than I was. Well, I don't shoot anybody because, you know, I don't think it solves anything. Unless they're, like, blue and actively killing people. But you also have to understand on my part, you know, say if someone's randomly watching here who does not like me, or that person in question sees this video of me team killing them, and Wargaming does and has either temporarily banned, not permanent banned, but they could use that against me, essentially. I know it's unlikely, but in a way, you know, if you're streaming, you do have to be kind of careful about what you say, but also what you do as well. But I've almost never shot teammates on purpose. I'll say never because, you know, in many moons ago, I probably have. I've never actually been banned though, or turned. I might have turned blue a couple times, but that was for shooting platoon mates from a clan. I have no idea what happened to him. I don't really keep tabs on them, honestly. This is actually a pretty good Dickermax game. Got myself a nice little spot I could stay hidden and take shots at long range. I thought he was gonna move forward. Boy, was I wrong. Got 1600 damage though, that's not too bad. I would have rather him parked behind me because I had a shot on that Chaffee. But that's equally as annoying too. Got a Master Baz second class, high caliber award. As I say, I actually like, I haven't noticed the little emblems next to there for Germans. Yeah, most amount of damage. Pretty good amount of credits too with this booster going. So I gotta recalibrate overlay to red here. You know, if I get temp banned though, you guys would see red knot though, so there's some upside there. I'm thinking of basically when I'm able to stream more, I'm probably going to keep it at, I'm going to do 4 World of Tanks streams, which I'll be able to lengthen the 2-hour ones, I think, to 3 hours. That way, you know, they're all 3 hours long. But I'll probably be able to add one more day on. And I think it's either going to be dedicated to Dreadnought, or it's going to be kind of like a mixed bag where I can pick any game. Might even be World of Tanks some days, but it'll almost always be Dreadnought. But that leaves open, you know, like World of Warships, World of Warplanes, because World of Warplanes 2.0, the public test server's up for that. Kind of the last little hoorah for the game. I think it'll make it interesting now. I'm gonna stick with what I like to do. But there's also, I plan on playing Destiny 2 when that comes out for PC. I might stream that. There's the game War of Conquest I mentioned earlier. That's going to be, you know, beta alpha in the next month or so. That, you know, that's not the most interesting game to watch though, so I don't know if I'm going to stream it, but I might make some videos of it. That game, you know, that was between that and Shattered Galaxy. Those were the 2 games growing up that I was kind of addicted to on the PC. Then otherwise it was the Nintendo 64 that had me hooked. Once I have some more time here off from work, it'll be pretty interesting. Thanks for bearing with me in the meantime. Oh, why did I do that? I basically, he would have been dead right now. I only have APCR to see what this KV4 does. He's not coming out. He just fire? I'm not sure. Let me just shoot them all. Yes, it is. I helped out this KV2 because on his own, he's threatening, but he could get pushed on and killed. Whoa, dude, what are you doing? The corner does not end there. Say, I'll go out and take a shot for you. You know, you're probably gonna stop at the T-34. He actually damaged me. I was not. I was hoping to angle right there, but I didn't. I'm gonna take one more shot and bail. We're up by 2 tanks, but it would be nice if we're up by 3 or 4 or 5 tanks, which they should be fine against him. Let me take one more shot. Go on to this Churchill 7. Maybe I should have stayed and killed the KV4 for him. Taking much longer than I anticipated there. Trying to free up all of our tanks into town here. That way we can help the north, and it pretty much kills their chance of coming back. They won't be able to overwhelm that flank plus us coming in. For angling, granted, I didn't get to kill you. Color of a rose. Depends on the rose though. Most of the people that have roses in my neighborhood, they're all pink. Granted, that might just be our soil. I had to dump so much stuff in my dirt to just get my hydrangeas to be frickin' blue. They're like blue and purple. But they look cotton candy, or they look like cotton candy most of the time because I have to add so much stuff to get the acidity level right. Granted, I feel like the people that owned the house before me here, I find so much frickin' basically the people, like the daughter of the owner, her ex-husband was like a contractor. They kind of, you know, he did a renovation and an extension onto the house. Seems like they buried a lot of the concrete, which is definitely pissing me off when I go to make gardens and dig. But it messes the soil up as far as like the acidity level and whatnot. The pH, I should say. All right. Pretty decent match though, 3,000 damage. I was trying to farm them all. Eventually that Churchill turned around, he's like, there's a tank behind me. Got a Mastery Badge 2nd class again, high caliber award. Same as the last match. No first classes today, or aces yet. Trying to get you guys some extra Levi biscuits. But pretty good amount of credits again. And next up I was hopping back into my little grind. Whoops, I actually did not have to do that. I'm just so used to scrolling all the way down. I'm now at 8,900 experience left. Hello Mojo, nice to see you. Which so I don't forget, I'm gonna do another raffle here. You just have to type !raffle to enter. Trying to do one each hour now for each stream instead of just at the end. So this stream, you know, I did one at 8:30 because I forgot at 8. Doing one at 9 here, and then another one at the end at 10. I'm gonna try to scout, but I'm gonna try to scout. Yeah, I'm gonna try to scout off of here. Let's say someone's got to catch up the Uber at the top of the Levi biscuits. Trying to come up with some really uniquely expensive things to be interesting on a stream. I've just been so getting grinded and worn out from work. I haven't had too much time to think about it. Typically that's, you know, the cliche shower time to think about things, but lately when I go into the shower I end up waking up half hour later. Where am I? I like scouting in this area more so than going out there, because typically you get trapped out there, you take a lot of damage, whereas you can scout almost the same going to this side, but you limit the amount of people able to shoot you. This is gonna be a little bit risky. Thank you for tipping Levi Labobo. 4 PNG should be getting lit up right now, and he's not. Definitely being getting shot, and he's not. This is very, very bad. That went high, so I don't even know if he's still sitting back there like that. Now I'm spotted. I don't know if I would go that far. It would have to be... yeah, I'll think about it. That was kind of a thought though, to where I'd do a stream. There'd be an option to get me, not to change like my personality, but to make it, you know, a little bit different. Because I wouldn't want to do a stream of me like just, say, cursing the entire time. YouTube probably would not appreciate that, but yeah, I could definitely try to do something different like that. I could put Levi in a diaper. He would hate me. He'd be like, Cody, I'm gonna move out. I'm packing my dog bed up and I'm leaving. Or dog beds, I should say. We are getting clobbered every single flank. Doesn't look like we're losing because we're tied, but thank you very much, Rick, for the tip. I saw a little blue square flash up there. Fosh 155. Please, 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 please don't turn around. Here's a PZ4. He's not paying attention now. E95, I will help you. Speed. That's a potential. I don't know for a whole stream, but maybe like an hour or something. But if you guys ever have, like honestly, like hopefully I don't forget any of this because I'm a little tired. But there is on, a lot of you guys are on Discord to where I do have a section, you know, live stream suggestions, or I think it's just suggestions or something, to where feel free to, you know, literally type anything in there that you think that you would like, other people would like, or you think that I should do. Even if I can't do it, or, you know, I don't choose to do it, it still helps me, you know, think of stuff. And it's always nice to know what other, you know, you guys might like to see me do. That was a poor decision on his part. I was hoping to get lucky there, which this is not good. I'm actually hurting myself by going this way. I'm making it easier for this Strev. Yeah, the Udez got me here. I was making it easier for him to point at me, but actually, no, he's over there, but we should be fine here with these guys. Yeah, we got this. 2,800 damage though, a little bit better match, and almost 1,000 assists. Congratulations though, Mojo, on winning the raffle. I have to update the typical here really quick. There we go. Alright, SP1C is next up here. My shoulder's starting to hurt a little bit. Monday is delivery day, and we moved one of our dishwashers from morning to night, so more stuff for me to move. Granted, hopefully they come here soon. I bought some really good, I needed new shoe insoles for my shoes. I've been meaning to get them, but I purchased another pair to give the dishwasher, as his back's like really hurting him. He's actually he is 63 years old and still working, but he went to the doctor and his doctor gave him Tylenol, and essentially it's lower back pain, but I think he basically like strained a muscle along it. It doesn't seem like a slip disc or something, but he's still chugging along. Thank you very much. Not balancing Rick for the tip. That was very subtle there. Hey, do I think they're gonna push? I'm gonna go with no. Probably gonna regret it, but right. Don't know what this guy's thinking, but very lucky that I forgot that this tank does not have a very fast shell. He's still dead though, because, you know, driving out in a TD with no armor, probably not the best idea in the world, but, you know, maybe he just wanted to get back to the garage pretty quickly. He got already, so let me take a little peek here. That face. Here we go. Oh, I know. Hey, honestly, I am really glad. Like, most of the people I work with, I'm the youngest person working in... Nah, there's one other guy that's 2 years younger than me. But the average age of our worker in the kitchen is, I'd say, 40-ish. Yeah, 40-ish. Granted, you know, we have 3 people over 60 that cook or dishwash, expedite in the kitchen, but kind of pushes it up a little bit. I'm gonna die. Ooh, maybe not. Thank you, Artie. I was about to say, the reload on this is slower than most lights. I kind of forget about that at times. But honestly, nobody wants to work anymore that's young, at least around here. I've said it a few times on the stream, but I don't know why, you know, you can't find young people to work. But like even like the culinary school I went to is, you know, it's about 45 minutes away from here. Most people that go to culinary school don't want to start out, you know, as like, say, a line cook. They just want to be head chef right away or nothing else. And that's why none of them actually get jobs. But hell, I started out working like for like $8 an hour, you know, as a dishwasher. You know, granted it was my family's restaurant, but you know, I started at the bottom to where starting out is just like a... I'm dead. Or not. I don't know how I'm not dead yet. Now I'm dead, because I stupidly sat there. But at least we got a win. Like, starting out as the lowest cooking position we have, you start at $15 an hour. I know that's not the best hourly wage in the world, but for a seasonal resort town, a lot of people are very lucky to get that here. It's just, it's a little unfortunate though that you know, unfortunately the season here is only really like 4 or 5 months. We're lucky to where we're open for 9 months of the year. Alright, so I have an Udez up next here. I've not played this tank in a little bit. Yeah. I've expected Levi to kind of whine at me a little bit here, but no, he's still sleeping here. Yeah, usually helping people doesn't work out well, Peter. At least for me tonight. I still do it though. It's who I am. But most people that either I went to school with or, you know, they all watch like the Food Network shows and stuff and think that you can just be a head chef right out the get-go. And, you know, you still don't make tons of money being a head chef, but you definitely need... I would say I'm not even qualified technically to be like a full head chef. You know, you need a couple decades under your belt to be able to pull it off flawlessly. I don't know why I pushed up here in a Udez. It has no armor, but I did it. I'm gonna run away now. Other three, I live stream, make videos, and I pamper my dog. Like, most people work like 6 months and they kind of struggle for the rest, but with my job, like, since I'm, you know, my job title is sous chef, but, you know, since I'm family, I do a lot more than that, but I cram in a whole year's worth of work into 9 months, so I need a break. Like, my body literally needs one. Like, I wake up, like, granted, I'm waking up at 3 now, but I wake up at 4 a.m. I'm there at 5 every morning at the latest. Past few weeks I've gone in at 4 o'clock a couple days, to where everyone else gets in early as 6 a.m. You know, I stay later, everyone gets out at 3, I sometimes stay 3:30, 4, so yeah. I'm gonna die. He's pointing right at me. Well, 0 damage match. Sorry for whoever waited for the Udez. Here's a Streb 103B for you. But yeah, Enskin Udez is, like you guys were saying, you either camp in the back and hide, or you push out and die like that. Streb 103B. At least, you know, I can try to redeem myself here. But in the winter, I actually can get stuff done. Like, you know, I can't do too much outside, but I actually can do some, like, we had the trim painted in this room, but I had to paint the rest of the trim throughout the whole house this winter. We put it up all last year, but yeah, we should have painted it before we put it up, but we honestly did not have the time to do that. It's at least primed and everything, and we're painting it white. We just need to do the last little coat on it. But yeah, like, some jobs definitely, you know, like, people like Ryan being a school teacher now, like, for people saying like, oh, you get summers off. Hey, they babysit your kids. they need a little time off. Some of the stuff I hear, not from Ryan, but she fortunately hasn't had any horror stories yet. Like, you know, they put up with some stuff. Aha, I tracked him. I was gonna say, that's what I was shooting for too. Second time's the charm. I don't know if it was me or him that actually got him now. That face. A little bit back. Here we go, we got him. Calm down, little commander. Female voices just sound funky sometimes. Alright, so there's a 30B. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here. Why not? What's the worst that could happen after just coming out of that Udez match? Getting myself in a position where I can get RD'd even more here. What could go wrong? A lot. I can get one-shotted. At least the T62A popped up. I am very happy, and we got a bat chat popped up now too. They're gonna spot this 30. Here we go. Time to leapfrog up to this corner now. Or just to, never mind. I was gonna say just to make sure I was gonna try to get that RD2. This 30B though, that thing has a ton of DPM. That bat chat I don't think factored that in. Even it looks like he bounced at least one shot. Let the 62A push up. Or not. Let's say we kind of need to check this off, 62A. There we go. That's what I need you to do, dude. We really do not need to fight Mr. Scuba back there. Hopefully you don't get stuck there. Why are they saying the T62A needs to be banned? Air IS-7. Very much. Nice flag. Yep. Now, this looks like he wants to cross the bridge, but he hasn't yet. Crap, I missed that. Window. Luckily, I'm in a tank with a little bit of accuracy here. On. Go. Mouse is starting to move up. Come on. You can do it, horse. Now you want to do it. And I hit the post. That has a horse on it. Of all things. Sorry, T110E5. Try to avenge the 2A. Oh crap, they're starting to push now. Back my way. Yeah, I was hitting like the E4 and stuff pretty easy, but this mouse I can't hit him through a wider hole. There we go. Number 5, it seems like, was the charm there. See that the IS-7 was down there, but back for a second. I'd say I thought about switching to colorblind mode just in case anybody is, but I have to get used to it, to be honest. I'm just so used to the standard colors. But you're gonna pop out or not solves that question. What's the worst that can happen here? Should I ram him? I kind of figured that was gonna happen, but I tried. Which, you're getting timed out. I'm sorry, crew, you were doing that last stream. Honestly, it's a little bit annoying to just continually say that. In that regard. Thanks for pointing it out, but you don't need to spam it. Master Badge 2nd Class. Confederate Award. Ha! That person messaged me. I kind of know who that is. This guy intentionally tries to throw matches. Got 5,300 damage. Not too shabby. Most in the match. Lost a little bit of credits because of consumable plus the amount of shells I fired and missed. So see, this Wesley guy, I usually don't point out people, but I probably should put him on the Hall of Shame too. Just for anyone, I'm surprised he's not on my blacklist so far. I didn't even recognize that was him in the chat the entire time. So if you actually look up this guy's name, you can find tons of YouTube videos on him, which it's actually kind of sad, but that Wargaming has not banned this guy. Probably because he spent quite a bit of money on the game, but this guy literally either does 0 damage or the only damage he does is to your team, but he will sit in your base and just berate people, or, you know, drown himself, ram you into the water, just everything to make you lose. But fortunately, we were able to win without him. But he has a 83,000 battles, but it's just kind of depressing at times, though, because he does play, you know, almost all, as far as battles that he has played. I thought it was a lot of 10s, but obviously he needs to make some credits for the amount that he tries to lose. But there's so many cases of this guy, yeah. I'm surprised that he's not on my blacklist, but I guess that's the first time I've ever run across him where he's, I guess, got angry that I helped win the match for my team. Let me hop into a T92 here. He thinks he's the equalizer. Maybe I should platoon with him. He'll be like a, you know, intentionally handicapping myself. That would be pretty unique and funny to do. I'd have to blacklist if I platoon with him all the time now. I wouldn't be able to listen to him. Alright, so I need to tip the little dog here, hopefully before the match starts. Hey, little bud. Trying to switch camera. It did not take him very long to get up. He's had to toss biscuits. And he's like, I am now vacuum cleaner. Alright, so we don't have many people north. I am going to be running towards the town here very soon. Yeah. Time to run. And Levi, I guess, wants to go for a drink. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start running towards the town. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what it is with this map and people not being able to defend this base, specifically from this side. I think this Carnivar needs a little bit of rebalancing. That's actually a good response to stuff like that, Labobo. I'll have to remember that. Uh-oh. For whatever reason, I'm getting like a little lag spike there. I just hope this enemy RU does not come up and spot me. I'm actually a little bit late on setting up, so why don't I try to hit one of these guys? Ooh, I was about to say, I think I'm a little bit late there. That actually worked. Alright, that's exactly what you want to start. I don't know why they're fighting. We're up by a tank. I'll take full credit for that too. I know, I'm doing it wrong. I am putting myself at a risk here because of this RU. I don't think he's gonna die. That's why I usually set up to where when I'm loaded I can fire right away, but I'm shaving a little bit off of my already low DPM. Already does not have very good DPM to begin with. Just because of them not being able to kill the RU. Ah, crap. It's just, I'd like to be able to arty him to try to get him out, but I think it's more important for me to make sure my base is going to be fine. But I think we definitely got this, because just looking at how their team's set up, our team should be able to push pretty easily on them. This Foshby, though, is troublesome. I know, it's got tracks, an engine, a driver. SPG, the driver, is the least used crew member. You can just keep him at like 50% to save a little bit of money on crew retraining costs, you know? Do you think that I am going to have to arty this guy? Because I don't think that they can... I think they're going to be able to kill him. I'll pop him now. You're welcome, team. I'll just be the unsung hero. I'm like struggling talking tonight. My mind is like, sleep. Somebody at work was trying to tell me like, why are you so tired? And I told them like when I get up to walk Levi and stuff like that, and they're like, okay, you can complain a little bit. There. I was trying to hit him in the engine and it worked. This is actually a pretty decent match so far in an SPG. 3,000 damage almost. Hopefully I complete. I'm on SPG 1 for the Object 260. I thought Wargaming missed an opportunity when they rebalanced Arty to make more Arty like the FV 304 kind of, where shorten the range a little bit. Tier 10s I think should be able to reach like 75% of the map, but it would be hard with the new 30v30 mode to justify the short range on that map. To make Arty kind of, you know, give them better stats but make them move around. That's my first bad shot there. But make them move around. I always try to move with my strong flank. You shorten your shell time to the enemy and, you know, you're safer typically going behind your strong flank instead of sitting in base and hoping that the enemy doesn't kill you. Hold out hope that I can hit the Foshby. Very rarely do you see me actually use this because, yeah, I only use it when I'm shooting undercover on like hills and stuff, what have you. Oopsie daisy. I gotta wait. There we go. I accidentally alt-tabbed before it swapped over. Master Baz second class though. Didn't complete a mission. My mission... Oh, maybe I didn't start the mission, that's why. Whoops. 3,000 damage. So most of the amount of damage on my team. That's actually surprising. You don't see that too often anymore with SPGs. And I actually made some credits. I was about to say, personal missions. I thought I had started. No, oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's why. I didn't stun him 10 times. So, I need a lower tier already for that. Alright, so, I'm not gonna pop any reserves off anymore. Or, let's see. WZ132A, I really want to get this grind done tonight. Oh, I still got 6,000 experience. Okay, I still got that going. I'm not going to use another modifier. On to this. Maybe I'll play a... I could have just played a ranked battle. I'll hop into a ranked battle after this in a tier 10. Maybe I'll play like the WZ111 5A or something. Hey. Little dog. Hey. You're not supposed to do that. Do you want your wheel? Here you go. I do have the Conqueror, yes. Another small map for this little thing. 5th or 6th times the charm, doing something very aggressive and stupid on this on a small brawling map. See if it works. Probably isn't. Let's hope that their T62A does not push hard. Last time I played this map, I kind of drowned myself in F3. I know I am the master of the second class tonight. I'll have to add something to the chatbot shop for that. Bad face. Thank God our T57 got in the center. Should be good to go. Yeah. I just think it's really important if you have like mediums and lights to grab this spot so the enemy can't get out of this area, especially if you have Artie. Granted, our Artie, okay, they just splashed him. He could be in a better spot, a little bit more to the right, to be able to hit almost every single tank here. Just you don't always get damage because you can't really pop out in a light or some mediums around that corner, but as far as winning goes, it gives your team a pretty decent shot at winning. That guy got a nice little hit on me. Now if my team doesn't push up with me, I can be in a little bit of a pickle here. So I'm just gonna expertly pop down there. I was gonna say, I know I won't drown here. Hopefully. But he's pushing on me. Very nice. Take that critical hit. Kind of afraid of this ST1. Probably gonna come after me. Let me see if I can proxy spot him. Yep. Could be. Oh no. Ugh, I just screwed myself here. No! I just ran into a freaking wall again. Oh, I had all that planned out to be able to escape, but I ran into the corner twice. It's just not my night in this thing. It's like there's forces preventing me from grinding the last little bit. Oh well. Alright, let's hop into the 5A here. Even though, yeah, I'll do this, and somebody asked for the Conqueror, so I will... Lord, I can't even spell. There we go. I got it. I got rank 1 here. Let's just leave it a Conqueror there. No! There we go. Maybe. Hopefully. It just looks weird to me. My head right now. See ya, Andre. Thank you very much for watching. I only drown on Abby when I go on that one route I took. For whatever reason, if I take that center little ditch out spot, I always drown myself there. I know I'm gonna do it too, so... At least it's not a surprise. Where's everybody heading? Right, if they're heading there, I will try to assist them. It's if they're actually heading there. Does not look like it. It looks like they pinged there, but they're not actually going. I thought there were more people were gonna push here. Instead, they pinged there and then didn't go. Alright, because I was gonna head up here. Yeah, he's gonna pop up enough to spot me. Oh, maybe not. Yep. I was about to say, I think it has a really tall cupola. It's gonna be a waste of time, you know, for me to push there and then come all the way back, but I'm gonna need the help over here before it's too late. We still have an E3 over here. This is where I should have went in the beginning, but I thought, you know, they pinged the object. Ping there. I thought they were gonna push down there, which that can work out pretty well. If you have a tank down there and then you kind of go through the center, and E3, you need to pack pedal. Don't do it, dude. Why are you still moving forward? Doesn't matter how much we can cover him if they just blow right through. Honestly, I don't fight enough here to know the... basically the sight lines. But yeah, he needed to pull back because they're able to shoot his sides. Alright, now it's a little bit more of an equal playing field. Yeah, I'm a filthy heat spammer, but gotta do it. I gotta do it. Wesley called me out a couple matches ago. E3, you could have pulled back. Like, yeah, I kind of feel bad because I could have pushed up there, but you could have pulled back. You saw it coming. Even after the M48 was getting torn apart, you still decided to move forward. Because if he pulled back just to right about here at the very least, would have been in a much better position. I'm kind of hoping that this... There we go, the bat chat moves up a little bit. Yeah, I missed. That worked out somehow. Very nice. I don't know how I bounced those 3 shots, but I did. I was not angled correctly, and he basically shot the wrong place 3 times in a row. Alright. Unfortunately for us, though, we lost the South, and it's going to be tough. That chat's got full HP. I just don't think I'm going to come across anything here until they have the upper hand once we get into the center of the field. He says he has 37 seconds left. For whatever reason, I just thought that that frickin' PD was out in the open, but he's not. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of a leap of faith here. Somebody's there? Wait, there's a... Crap, I don't have gun depression. 12 HP. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, he just got RD'd too. We're all like in a bad spot now. I can kind of pin that on me for going out like an idiot. Hoping this M48 overthinks things. Crap, that's not good for me. Stunned. There's nothing. Really nice if I could have one shot at him. But why? Why would that happen? I just have a Strub 103B bearing down on me here. Oh, he hit me with another heat shell too. That's actually a pretty big arty hit. Yeah, unfortunately, kind of being out on my own here. There's an SPG looking at me, a Shrev, and the E5 most likely too. This is... If I push down, I'm in a bad spot. If I pull up here, kind of in a bad spot. I'm in a bad spot no, regardless of where I go. Yeah, that's the thing. I thought about maybe running away, but it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, I'm dead. Can at least do a little bit more damage here. I can't even repair. He's gonna basically face hug me. I don't have a premium round. Yeah, I'm dead. I tried. But we could have, you know, it's kind of nitpicking, but we lost in the basically the northeast corner here. Like the Sheridan, he got caught off guard, but the M48 and E3 could have pulled back, and we would have had the numbers if we had kept those guys alive to be able to do like the final little push. So it's just unfortunate. But anyway, moving on to the Conqueror here, and then really trying to get a match in the 132A to get this grind done. Like 5,000 experience away from completing this tank. Yeah, I know I completed it. Let's get that away, or out of the way here. Go. Takes so long to load. If you don't freeze. That's another thing with the whole rank thing, that it's just so clunky. Come on, you can do it. Any day now. Alright, so we got the Conqueror. And we, of course, we lost, but... Alright. I actually wanted to see if I got a chevron or something, but... Or didn't lose one, or I don't even know how it works now. Alright. Not exactly the best map to kind of exploit the Conqueror. Just one of those heavies to where it plays best at mid to long range, but I'm gonna try to get into the center. Whether or not I'm gonna like this decision is gonna be based off of where that TVP heads in the beginning, and probably the T49 as well. I think I can make it though. He's gotta believe. But even the Tier 9 Conqueror, come the next patch, it's going to be receiving a little bit of an update, as long as things stay the way they are now. So I think it's getting a very small nerf to like gun handlings and stuff, but it's getting a better turret as far as armor goes. Everyone saw ranked battles and they're like, we're gone. He just got popped, so I have a feeling he's gonna pull back a little bit too far. Not. Give him credit. Just most people, you can just sit there with your aiming circle on them and they pull back and overreact. But having played an E5 in this spot, thank you very much for the tip, Rick. Okay, I should... Never mind, a bat chat beat me. I was trying to get over because I can hit Scorpion G twice, but I probably still can hit him twice because he is... Don't know what exactly he's doing, but I'll take it. Like shooting a freaking puppy, it seems like. Thank you again, not balancing Rick. Again, very subtle. I'm probably gonna get popped by him, but can I make it over this? Yes. If I can help get this guy out. Nope, I don't even have to. Let's keep you right there. Blew your repair kit, so I will once again make you stay right where I want you to be. Yeah, what the hell? PvP, go away. I didn't even... That, honestly, I'm kind of ashamed that I just shot that dead tank. I was trying my best to not let the FV get behind that little incline there. I should have just shot him in the lower plate twice though. He would have died one shot earlier. Well, there goes your 100% win rate. I think that was Right, T30, what's the worst that could happen? Rounding a corner against him. Did just fire? Yeah. Alright, cleanup time. But Conqueror, you know, a lot of people are playing it now, but, you know, granted I did just buy it back recently. It's kind of overlooked tier 9 heavy. There's not too many flaws with it. It's just, mainly it's a little squishy. Outside of that though, it's pretty damn easy to pump out damage in this thing. No complaints here. Trying not to wake up the little dog behind me here. Let me update tip goal here. We got another mastery badge, second class here. Seems to be the theme of the night, and me sucking into WZ132A. Top 4 damage, most amount of experience. Yeah, 2300 assist, which wanted to double check this. Yeah, didn't lose a chevron here. Thank God, without losing. Grant, you can't lose the first one. Wargaming's not that evil. I just wanted to see. As far as damage goes, most amount of damage, but it's just, we lost quite a few tanks there that we didn't need to very early on. Oh well, I did my best. That's all you can ask for sometimes. Alright, so back into the little light tank. I'm so close. I'm just chipping away loss after loss. Well, yeah, the FV4202, really Wargaming, they screwed up its tank model. It's larger than it should be. If they fix that, it would actually increase its armor a little bit too. Just the angles on it, to where you'd have more spots that could ricochet shots off of. But whether or not Wargaming's actually going to do that is, yeah, they're probably not, to be honest, at this point. It's already been changed into HD, and yeah, unless there's a very huge demand for it, which, not to say the FV4202's like not important, but I don't think at this point, being as old as it is and it's already gotten an HD model change, specifically kind of to change the way it looks and its armor and stuff when it got moved down to tier 8. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it again. Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you. Am I gonna regret this? I saw that coming. Please don't dirt me, please don't dirt me. My team all stopped. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing another raffle after this one. Because I'm probably, you know, I might stay around depending on if I make it through this or not. I might try to pop in another match in this. I really wanted to get this grind done, honestly, tonight, but I wasn't counting on losing every... I think I lost all matches except for one in this thing. Please, I don't want to see any waffles for 2 days. Why are you up there? Oops. Where, oh where should I head? Oop, I can get out of here without being killed. Got a thought. Whether or not it's gonna work is another thing, but... it again. Because my team's just getting torn apart. Maybe this E3 was gonna be over here. Crap, I got spotted. Really? Oh, well, that kind of ruined. I was planning to pop out and honestly rush the E3, flank him. Granted, the Tiger 2 would have killed me, so I guess that actually worked out in my favor, not pushing on him. Element of surprise is kind of gone here, though. I just need to pop out here close enough to be able to hit him without that. This is going to be another loss, courtesy of the WZ132A. Trying to hit his cupola. Obviously that did not work. I don't know what it is about this tank tonight. This was like my... I was doing so good in this tank up until frickin' yesterday, and... yeah. Alright, so starting another raffle here. Honestly, with how close I am, I don't even... very rarely do I want to give up a grind and just use free experience, but the past couple days in that tank has been brutal. Anyway, this is gonna be my last match of tonight. I was about to say, if nice cup of wins, your Levi biscuits are gonna be reset to 0. I'm just kidding. Alright, maybe I should pay attention here since I am driving a light tank. You wanted to do that Type 61, I knew you did. You needed to commit. That, you know. Get him over again. Trying to bait him out here. He does not have turret armor. It was close the second time, but he did the right thing there. Third time's a charm, maybe? Nope. Nowadays, honestly, I only see how many people have watched at the end of each stream. I don't really look at my stuff, you know, honestly, that often, or as much as I probably should have. That's actually how little free time I have. This is really not good. I can't take another shot from this IS-6. No, unfortunately, he's probably just... Thank you, Artie. He's out of a... I'm getting so itchy right now. He's gonna kill me. Oop, or not. So close. Hello, person from Serbia. Nice to see you. That sounds good, Serb Nubalot. I keep saying Serb. I actually saw Quickie Baby did a sponsored video content for Dreadnought. It's actually... Dreadnought, you know, paid him to make a paid advert, essentially, for it. Like, I don't mind Quickie Baby. I don't necessarily like to watch him, but it was cringeworthy to watch it. You can tell that he does not play or know anything about the game. But honestly, the whole thing about YouTube not paying a lot, it is true, but basically, like, you know, I've never made a ton off of ads because I don't have a lot of, compared to like big YouTubers, a ton of views, or even my website, like enough views to, you know, make it a real job. But essentially, from when I've started up till now, this is not gonna, yeah, started now, it's probably like 33%, say, about a, you know, it's basically a third of what when I first started you're making, like, per 1,000 people. Not always, but at least for the video game niche. So congratulations again, Uber, on winning. I'm actually gonna draw another one too, just so people don't say it's rigged. So congratulations, Fix It Man too. But honestly though, like, I said it last stream where you know, the whole YouTube thing, it's been around for a while, but it's still, you know, like a new kind of job area to where people doing it for a living and stuff, to where I would never want it to be my sole income, because things can, you know, basically change overnight, and nothing's ever set in stone, because, like, you know, it's still basically, you know, with the whole YouTube, the ad apocalypse and stuff, you just never know. Something could just change and they're poof, gone. To where, yeah, I don't honestly feel bad about the people that complain about making less on ad revenue, but I get, you know, some people do it for a living, and yeah, I never want to be dependent on it just because I know, like, seeing the differences between each month and stuff, even though my numbers are small based off of ads, it's just not reliable, and it doesn't make sense to, you know, base your livelihood off of that. Well, yeah. That's one thing that, you know, that's Twitch almost got me with that, to where having basically, you know, if you have Amazon Prime, people can sub your channel. That almost got me to switch to Twitch, because at this point I would be able to switch over and qualify to be able to be a Twitch partner essentially. But yeah, by the end of the year, YouTube's coming around and getting that, so. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. You know, this was my last match. My next stream is going to be coming up Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, well, that's nice, Nubalot. Yeah, the tank rewards thing is definitely nice for people who need to get a little, either free tanks or some gold out of it. I plan on getting some gold out of a tank because I own all 3 that are up for grabs this month. But I'll see some of you guys Wednesday. Otherwise, have a very nice end of your day here. Thank you again, Rick, for the tip. Yeah, I'll be going to bed here once Ryan gets home. Hopefully she gets home earlier than usual. So, but hey, wait, see you guys. Thank you very much again, and thank you very much not balancing Rick for another dip here. Have a good night, guys. See you guys around.